So Warzone is actually in one of the best places it's ever been in terms of meta weapons. We don't have an assault rifle that is dominating every single gun in the game. We don't have an assault rifle that is the only one you should use if you're trying to go for wins. We actually have a whole variety of guns that we could finally use in Warzone, but there is one that stands out compared to the rest, and we're going to talk about that because this gun is really damn good. If you're the type of player that could control your recoil, you could actually dominate with this gun. So trust me, it's good up close, mid-range, and long range. It's the assault rifle you want to use. It beats SMGs up close, and let's get straight into talking about it. And if you guys are new around here, you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to go take care of that. Hit that subscribe button. It's a button. They're fun to press. Might as well do it. Turn on those notifications as well. And if you guys could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. We're going to get into the actual stats of this weapon, go into looking at some charts and stuff, and then I'm going to give you guys an overpowered class setup for it so you guys could actually use as well and go off on people. And it is the CR56 Amax. This gun is crazy insane. Let's talk about it. So right here we have the chart, which might look a little bit confusing at the moment, but I'm going to explain it really fast to you guys so you understand. On the left side you have the milliseconds or seconds it takes to kill. So you have 0.700 milliseconds, 0.800, 0.9 seconds, all the way up to a second right about here. And then the higher you go, the more longer it takes. So you got 1.4, which by the way, this purple gun is the highest. So this takes the longest amount of time to kill at any range, or at this long range, I should say. This purple gun, which is the Uzi, is horrible anywhere from 20 meters and above. It's just disgusting. I would never use the Uzi in Warzone for anything further than close, super up close range. And then you got the distance right here. So you got 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, 40, 50, and so on and so forth. The lower the gun is, the better the gun is at those distances. So you have 10 meters right here. Green is the lowest, so the Fennec is the best gun anywhere 10 meters and closer. It's going to kill the fastest. It's super fast. Then you got the MP5 right here, which is also really good. And the third one for 10 meters is the red line right here, which is the CR56 Amax, which is kind of weird because you would think up close every SMG is better than the assault rifles, which is not the case for this weapon right here. You got the CR56 Amax, which is amazing up close. One of the better guns up close compared to like the MP7, the Uzi. It's just, dude, the grau, the M13, it's better than every gun up close, which is nasty. And that's only up until about 23 meters. Then you go up to about 27 meters. The Ram 7 definitely beats the CR56. Now, I've always spoken about the Ram 7. I always say it. The Ram 7 is an amazing gun, and I don't know why a lot of people trash it. I think a lot of people just don't like the slower fire rate it has, but it is really good. As you guys can see, just by the stats alone, up to 27 meters, it's the second best assault rifle in the game. Then you go further off. Let's say you want to go down in between 30 and 40, you got 35 meters right about here. You go up, CR56 Amax is the number one gun in the game, 4 kills up to 35 meters, which is just pretty insane to me. A lot of people don't think the CR56 Amax is a good gun. I've been talking about it a long time, even when you had the DMR meta, when you had every meta in the game. I was saying this gun needed some love, and you guys can see it right here. Just the stats alone prove that the CR56 Amax is amazing. Now, like I said, it does have some kick. The gun does have some weird recoil to it, which means the further you go, the harder it is to actually kill people, but you don't want to get into those super long distance gunfights. If you get into a gunfight where you're on one rooftop, another team is on another rooftop, and you guys are shooting at each other and you knock someone down, his teammate's going to revive him. By the time you get there, he's going to be rezzed. And if you stay on your roof and you don't even chase, he's going to be rezzed, they're going to shoot back at you, you're going to shoot back at him, knock him again, he's going to get rezzed again, and the only thing you're doing is wasting your ammo. So I never suggest gunfights over 100 meters unless you know for a fact that you're going to chase them and you're going to get them all. But let's move on this list, and you guys can see that the CR56 Amax actually does get beat by 2 assault rifles at about 36-37 meters. You got the M13, the Ram 7, and the AK-47, 3 guns all doing better than the CR56 Amax. But the good thing about the CR56 Amax is that it's a very solid gun. It's a very consistent gun. So yes, these guns might do better from 37 all the way up to 45 meters, but after that, the CR56 Amax just takes pure control again, and you guys can see that right here. It just goes in, it stays steady, and it beats all those other guns, except for the Kilo and the AK-47. When you get to about 54 meters, those guns do better than it, but everything after 54 meters, the only gun that's better than the CR56 Amax is the AK-47, as you guys can see. see right here. The AUG is worse, the M13 is worse. Dude, the grau surprised me, and the Kilo 141, they're way worse than the CR56 Amax at that distance. Actually, let's take a look at how much of a difference it is. It's almost 0.2 second difference. It is more than a 0.2 second difference, I should say right there, which is a lot. That's a long time in terms of gunfights in COD. But the one thing that they have over the actual CR56 Amax is they're very laser-like guns. Those guns, when you shoot the Kilo or you shoot the grau or anything, they are lasers. So that's really good. You're not going to be missing many bullets. Whereas with the CR56 Amax, you may miss a couple bullets, meaning that they're more on par. They're more kind of tied together. But at closer ranges and stuff, if you have your AR out, this is the gun you want to use. When you get up over 50 meters and you guys can actually control the recoil on this gun, just by looking at this chart right here, it's the gun you definitely want to use. Now, like I said, it's going to take a little while to actually get used to controlling the recoil on this one, because it does have a little more kick than all the other guns, but I've been playing with it for a long time, and I could say with ease that once you learn how to control the recoil on the CR56 Amax, you're going to be shredding people. Just look how I do up close against people. It's nasty. This gun beats SMGs, which is really weird to think of, but it does it. It's like, dude, come on, man. Now, I also want to say before we get into the class setup, which we will get into in a second here, the CR56 Amax is an amazing gun for a few things. If you want to use it as an SMG, you could build a class made for up close, and it's still going to smash all the SMGs up close. If you want to build this gun for mid-range, you could definitely do it, but even if you build this gun for just long range, like you put on all the attachments for recoil control, for range, for damage range, and all that kind of stuff, this gun is still going to smack a lot of guns up close, which is something that I personally tested myself. I've gotten hundreds of kills up close using the CR56 Amax on Warzone, and it is a gun that's very consistent. The hip fire up close, when I'm talking like 5 meters here, is really nice. You're going to be hitting those shots. By the time you ADS, you're going to be killing those enemies, and it's just, I don't know why this gun is better than a lot of the other guns in the game, but I'm happy it is. It's very consistent as well, so it's a gun you guys want to think about using. Let's get into the best class setup. I think you guys are going to like this one, and trust me, it shreds people like crazy. Just, you're watching the gameplay in the background, you see it. This gun's nasty. So as you guys saw from the chart, the CR56 Amax is an absolute beast. Now, there's a few things that you want to throw onto this class, because as you saw at even longer ranges, I can't join you now, bro. Because as you saw at longer ranges, this is the gun you want to use, besides the AK-47, which has too much kick. Now, the thing that's different between this gun and the Kilo and the grau is it has a lot of kick. So you got to build a class that's built to controlling that recoil, but still gives you max damage at further distances. So what I did for this class right here, the first thing I threw on, it's a Warzone, Modern Warfare Warzone weapon. You want to use the monolithic suppressor. It gives you that distance and it suppresses your weapon, so it's really nice. It gets damage range. I mean, you lose some ADS speed and aim walking steadiness, but you're not losing anything else. You're not losing vertical or horizontal recoil, so it's good to have. The barrel you want to throw on this one is going to be the XRK Zodiac S440, and this gives you damage range. It gives you bullet velocity, which is really nice. Those two are great, but the best thing about this is that it also gives you recoil control, and like I said, you kind of want to have that on this class right here, so putting that on really does help a lot. You guys obviously saw the gameplay at the beginning of the video. I don't have to tell you the optic I'm running. You all know exactly what it is, and that is the VLK 3.0 optic, and this one's great. Obviously, it gives you like 3 times zoom, which is really damn nice, but it also feels like you're lasering people. It feels like you have 0 recoil when actually using this optic right here, which is kind of nice. It's good to have, but I'm gonna say, when you're using the CR56 Amax, even at long distances, you're gonna notice some kick. Up close, it's gonna feel like you're lasering people. You're gonna be beating SMGs. You saw the chart. You're gonna beat SMGs up close with this. Look at the gameplay in the background as well, man. You are definitely going to beat SMGs with this up close. Now, after that, I had to choose between the next 2 attachments, because I didn't want to actually go ahead and throw on a rear grip and an ammunition, or an underbarrel and an ammunition, but I had to choose at the end of the day, and instead of going for the rear grip, which if I did use a rear grip, I would have used this one right here, the XRK CR56 rubberized wrap for recoil control, but instead I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run the underbarrel, and I'm going to throw on Commando foregrip. Now, I ran Commando foregrip for recoil stabilization and aiming stability, which might seem like something you don't want to run, but it does work. Obviously, you can run the Merc foregrip for recoil control, or you can run the Ranger foregrip as well for even more recoil control, which is nice, but for the sake of this, I went with the Commando foregrip because I'm a little better at controlling the recoil on this gun. If you're not good at controlling it, then I highly suggest running the Ranger foregrip, but for the sake of this video, for what I used actually in the gameplay, it's the Commando foregrip, and you guys can see it's not that good at range as it is if it had the Ranger foregrip, but it's still nice to have because I'm an up close and personal guy. I like to get up close to people, so this works out for me. Now, the ammunition, obviously obviously is going to be the 45 round mags. You don't want to run anything else. Now you're losing ADS speed again and movement speed, but it's Warzone. You don't have to worry about ADS too much like you have to in multiplayer, so that's nice to have. So there's the class right there, as you guys can see it. Take a screenshot. It's really nice. The only thing I suggest changing is putting on a commando, or taking off the commando foregrip and actually putting on the ranger or the merc, whichever one you guys want. So there you guys have it, the OP CR56 class setup, man. If you guys could use the Amax, make it work, man. It's pretty damn nice. Now, like I said, don't go for those long rooftop battles. It's a waste of time. Use this gun for mid close range, and when you have to use it for long range, if you could control the recoil nicely, it's going to smack people. So this is the gun I love. I love using the CR56. It's crazy. Go have fun with it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on. Drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.